Hi. I've been away for a while because I've been toying with a number of video ideas that haven't really panned out. And I'm kind of new to this YouTube shit, and I have the work ethic of like a tired, angry 6-year-old. And that all culminates into intermittent and sometimes shitty content. Sorry about that, I guess. I mention all this not to enthrall you with the details of my personal psyche, but because I wanted to set a certain stage for the nature of this video. I didn't make this on a whim in a day. I didn't make this after having some semi-original idea and then using the whole editing process to fill a void in my life. I made this because I heard 2.5 seconds of Undertale music, and for 10 minutes the whole world stopped rotating. No, it's not that one! So yeah, I just wanted to break the rules a little bit here and set up some context. This is gonna be a weirdly personal video for a channel with like 2 subscribers, and a lot of the people that are watching it are probably just gonna know me in real life, so that'll be weird. Hi, Corey. I have no idea where the hell this video is going. I don't know if it's gonna be funny, I don't know if it's gonna be like pretentious or embarrassing, but it's gonna include a lot of content from scripts that I gave up on, and some of the ideas that never really got realized. I think they all fit together, but the script is only a paragraph deep so far, so maybe this will be a clusterfuck. Let's do it. The year is I don't remember the year. I know I'm super young, I know I'm living in Delaware, and I know I'm killing it in the sweater vest. Me and my dad have a Super Nintendo, and I don't know it yet, but I suck big dong at the Super Nintendo. I got 2 games that I know how to get past in the main menu. Mario All-Stars and Donkey Kong Country 1. I had a similar experience with both of these games. Boot it up, shit, damn it, run it again. It was excellent. I was so young I would spend hours obsessively playing the same level and getting my ass handed to me over and over again. It didn't feel like a game, it felt like a new world that I had this weird foreign insight on. Every part of the level to the right of this crock right here ceased to exist, and I would recreate that world with the next life if it was the last goddamn thing I did. The stakes felt high, and I would get like laser focused and completely submerged in the experience. But because I could never get past level 2, that experience was frustratingly small for me. But here's the deal. My dad was Christopher Columbus. Level 2 to my dad was an absolute comedy joke. What is this nonsense in level 2? Bada bing, bada boom. Let me tell you about level 3 right now. It's called Reptile Rumble. Oh. I ended up learning a lot from him, and eventually I beat my way through World 1, and that process evoked a feeling I remember vividly. I know the Donkey Kong Country World 1 map in and out. I know the music, I know the levels, it's all etched into my brain, and this is all from like 1,000 years ago. But why is it like this for Donkey Kong and not Mario, which is a game I had a near identical experience with? Well, here's Mario, right? And here's Donkey Kong. To get into your brain, a game's gotta woo ya. Mario is a solid fucking game. The controls are tight, the level design is spot on. If it were an assignment, Mario, you get an A+, cool job, excellent doing. But Donkey Kong is out here taking me to dinner and telling me stories. Donkey Kong just remembered my birthday. Thank you, Donkey Kong. The art, the music, the intricacy of it all, it's just mesmerizing. When I think about Mario, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember those little bouncing Jonathans on the world map. Yeah, alright, those guys were cool. But when I think of Donkey Kong, I remember that feeling of exploring somewhere new. I remember the desperation to get past a level to see what else lies behind the wall of crocks. It's a holistic memory of a feeling, rather than a specific memory of an event. This, in conjunction with the incredible memory-jarring capabilities of good music and art, is what I think makes nostalgia so strong for me. And obviously it's all subjective, and obviously that's why this whole video is stupid, but like, I made the script, so let's do it. So there's actually a parallel game in my modern life that I want to talk about for a second, and hopefully I shut the fuck up about this soon, because it's a complete tangent. But Dark Souls... Whatever, I know it's a meme, but like, the difficulty slowing and adding value to your progress, the detailed and immersive world design, it creates a breathing environment that you can fight through and you can earn special moments and knowledge of the new universe. Let me put it this way. If you haven't played it, imagine spending 3 hours trying to break through an area, then you find this. And you realize this thing is practically a god. You realize that your sword is doing fucking linguini damage. then you power through and you whoop its ass. I will never forget that feeling, and I'm sure in 10 years I'm gonna be nostalgic for it. Okay, I'm done talking about Dark Souls now. I hope you saw the connection. It's in my brain somehow, I promise. Sometimes nostalgia is completely incidental. Let me show you a game called Freakstyle. Here it is.
It's me, the Mets, and I'm feeling freaky.
We gonna kick some booty. Yeah, I'm digging. Who's asking? I don't care if I win. I just want to make people crash.
Don't forget about me, the newest turtle, Socrates.
I love this game, and I love my cousins. If any of you are watching this, you all kick ass. Every single one of you in your own way. My cousins and I would play this game to death every day during family vacations, and it was my shit. I couldn't sleep at night because all I could think about was how to beat Billy's absurd high score in the freestyle mode. That beef still isn't over, by the way. I've been practicing. But here's the problem, right? Freestyle sucks. It's unresponsive, the courses range from passable to dog shit. It looks so fucking ugly. Look at Mario Kart on the same system. Are we playing Freakstyle today? But that didn't matter. I just got back from the ocean, I got that dry salt in my hair, I'm exhausted so it feels good to relax, and I'm hungry as fuck. But I know Grandma's about to hook me up with some waffles. Freakstyle is gonna do me just fine. Playing that game on vacation is some of the happiest I've ever been. And recently I tried to be that happy again, so I played Freakstyle for the first time in like 10 years? Guys, I'm sure you figured this out independently already, but it doesn't work that way. I found myself in a mountainous backlog of work, desperately clinging to a terrible Harry Potter PC game. I stopped panic attacks with Let's Plays of Peggle and Insane Aquarium. It helps, but you never really get to be 8 years old again, do you? Nostalgia somehow pushed me through Freakstyle in its entirety, and it was an ordeal. The game expects flawlessness but will crash you at a moment's notice. You have to beat every track 4 times to win. I have all this footage on my computer, and there are hours of suffering on my hard drive right now. Despite all of that, it did feel better when I was in the act of playing it, but once you finish it and you realize there's no more of it, you're just that much further back on schoolwork. Nostalgia can just be like that sometimes. Sometimes it can come up when you're playing Tropical Freeze and it can help you relax into the experience, but sometimes it can be a reminder that you'll never have that childlike wonder again. You probably remember this game. For a while, shit was going really well for Undertale. It was widely loved by critics and audiences. I can only assume Toby started raking it in, and guys, maybe I'm wrong about this. Did Undertale popularize the word doggo? Like, you could call that a good or a bad thing, but that's a pretty good measure of its cultural impact. Unfortunately, when the world was ready to move on from Undertale, some aspects of the fandom just were not. Which I find completely insane. Can you not interpret the message behind your own favorite game? It started becoming cool to write off Undertale as like a Let's Play Tumblr soy game, and to pretend that it really wasn't all that good. And this trend has been ramping up for a while now. It is now current year. Here is the status of Undertale. Cool, yeah. What's the thesis of this video again? Fuck. Well, we've reached the portion of the video where there is internet video game discussion, which I've become more and more adverse to, especially after this video that definitely didn't happen and is not real. Don't worry about that one. I'm gonna come at this loosely. I know this game isn't perfect, but I'm gonna paint with a certain brush here because I think there's a core emotional experience in this game that I want all of you people to have. I'm intentionally tipping the scales because I'm selling you the game. Here's what we're talking about with Undertale today. I'll try not to spoil anything because I know every single one of you will actually listen to what I say and play the goddamn game. Didn't I tell you to play this game? So I just got done telling you about how Donkey Kong was like a cool world to explore, right? Undertale is a world that I want to live in. It's cute as hell, it makes you laugh, it's got some nice variation and atmosphere to it. I've seen some people say that the world transitions are jarring, and yeah. But what really matters to me is that everything is distinct, and no part of this game blends together. It always feels fresh in this regard. I half-assed that part of the script. I don't have a transition. Welcome to the progress part of the video. Donkey Kong portioned off your progress with, like, this monkey.
Take a look at the juxtaposition here. We have Donkey. He's a good Kong.
We have Rangotan. He's a bad Kong. Both of them are in the same demeanor. One is evil, one is not. One is light, one is dark. Or orange, as we will call dark.
Can I unpause it now?
Yeah.
Is your bit done?
Yeah, my bit's done.
Alright.
But Undertale is really good at throwing in cute little distractions on your way to the big moments of the story. They're fun and they're sorta easy. Feels like good build-up, but build-up that doesn't necessarily kill you. It makes you lean forward a little bit, but it doesn't do this. The little heart system is a cool way to do turn-based combat, too. I feel like that's why these encounters don't really get old for me. The only place it gets annoying is in the tutorial level. What's that? Oh, what is that strange object coming from over the mountain? The tutorial level sucks. There are too many random encounters, the puzzles are too obscure and weird, it's like only purple? There's plenty of good stuff in there, but I don't personally like it. I think it's a bad first impression. Go on and get out of here, hot take. Yeah, just like that. Just edit that part back. But yeah, spend an hour fighting and occasionally watching the skeleton show, fight a skeleton. Hey, this is cool and interesting. Spend an hour fighting and occasionally hearing about Undyne from this little Pokemon, fight Undyne on a big scary rock. Hey, this is cool and interesting. I could keep going, but you look smart. You're getting it. It does a really good job of segmenting your memories of the game, so they're distinct. I will always remember the Papyrus fight, or like that other one that I won't mention for spoiler reasons. So people say that Undertale's story is really good, but no! The actual plot of Undertale is only serviceable. Like, this guy needs souls, but you need your soul, that seems important. And then this guy gets the souls, so like, deal with that. And the whole time you're dealing with all this, Papyrus, like, he's a skeleton, he's Papyrus the skeleton. Whatever with all that. When people say the story of Undertale is good, what they mean is that the characters of Undertale are good. And yeah, Sans, Flowey, Alpheus, these are all really well-written character motivations, and it's super interesting to watch them move around the world, sometimes. But even the mundane dialogue with, like, the secondary characters is really interesting. I never skipped a thing they said in the whole game, and that's really impressive for me. I don't know a goddamn thing about the Sekiro story, and it was my favorite game in 2019. But Undertale, man, these characters are your friends. They're like your cousins on a family vacation. When I look back at this game, it feels like a memory that I shared with special people, and that's only sad if you make it sad. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is just how this game hit me on my first time through. I had just dropped out of college, and it looked like my whole life was going down the shitter. I was in my room all day. No one gets in, no one gets out. Ram Ranch was under lockdown. But hey, Undertale was cool. It was kind of like the safe space for me to feel happy when no one was looking. And the more I played it, the more I started enjoying the small amount of time I was spending with friends. The more I felt like cleaning the room up or signing up for classes at a community college. See, Undertale's whole deal is it's one of those believe in yourself, power of friendship stories, but it's not annoying. Like all of this shit, all of this... This all feels saccharine and phony, and it's just really not something that my edgy ass can stand to watch for more than 15 minutes. But Undertale sneaks its way into your heart in a really subtle way, and then you get to the end of the story and you're like, oh fuck, I care about this immensely. It pulls you in, it gets you invested, it looks you straight in the eye, and it tells you kindness wins, and you can do it. And for some reason you believe that. Whether it's your first time playing it, or you're coming back to it out of nostalgia, which given the aspects I've been talking about this whole time, you probably will. This game manages to say something positive and make it stick. Playing Undertale will make you feel better, and it will probably encourage you to power through your work or call a friend. I was a college dropout when Undertale came out. I graduate in a month. Play this fucking game.